hello for anyone who decides to watch this, as we now post this publicly. Would anyone like to? I definitely think that Brian should be the one to do the recap for inspiration. You've been here so often. You've never.
Wait, that was like
Okay,
4 levels ago.
so like we went on adventures and like we were at like a house and like then we went through a couple more adventures and like someone almost died and then someone else was revealed to be something crazy and then like oh my god, like I just can't say. So
You haven't
anyway,
That is
said
scarily
it,
accurate.
Still, that's accurate. What the shit?
That is literally scarily accurate.
Because we are predictable as a chaos crew.
yeah,
But
hold on,
chaos is supposed to be unpredictable.
Yes, but if I am chaos incarnate, so
Well,
You have an
seeing as
inside
we
scoop.
have Zinc with us today, your hair looks so nice.
thank
yeah.
It
you.
does.
I'm glad I finally did it.
That color works for you really, really well.
Mhm,
Mm,
mhm.
it really
Yeah, it was actually like a greenish blue, and then I used overtone, like the deep like blue for brown hair, because that's all I had, and I was like, well, it didn't work on brown hair, but maybe it'll work on bleached hair,
Lighter.
and it turned out like it
Yeah,
really
overtone
helped like
Overtone is just good to do exactly that. It just keeps it toned. It'll still
yes,
lose its color, but not as quickly.
yeah, and I have so I use a door, um, and I have ocean blue, which is like a darker blue than I did originally, so I'm gonna do that this weekend.
Nice.
So I will have blue hair for a while, hopefully.
I love
Yay.
it. It looks so good on you.
Yeah, thank you guys.
So, anyone who has been here, would you like to try?
I'm gonna
the
level up while you
recap
guys are
for
doing that.
inspiration? Yeah, go ahead.
So
I think we're at 7 now.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, the party, finally, or at least, Ling has finally realized that they are a plane rider, unlocking some memories as of recently. Gesh caused some chaos in the shop.
Yes, chaos? Never.
Chaos. All y'all did.
Uh-huh.
But not allowing me to do things. Hashtag let me live my life.
At which point, the rest of the party figured out that there's not much else to do other than possibly sleep it off and come up with some better answers in the morrow.
I believe we were trying to find out something about a hermit in the mountains.
Yes.
There was a hermit in the mountains, and we also found out that the house that we're staying in has something very significant about it, but I just nonchalantly did not know what that was because I was not paying attention as my character.
But
And then y'all yelled.
But at the same time, in your defense, who pays attention to the house that they break into?
Not
me.
yet.
You can stay out
Clearly
for
Gesh.
several days.
Climbs through the window.
And I believe Ling, Mimi, Kindle, and Reggie are in the living room, kind of like they somehow made a drunken cuddle puddle, and a lot of them have passed out.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a lot of trauma last episode.
There was a lot
I
of
think.
unboxing in last episode. Let's be fair here.
And Gesh is just like, no unboxing, no presents, no ribbons, no bows, no nothing. I keep interrupting and I'm being rude. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead and take your inspiration.
That's 2 I have now.
Nice.
The next morning comes to you all. I feel like I'm echoing somewhere.
I heard that too.
Mm.
The next morning comes to you all, and it's another relatively ordinary day in this town for all of you, except the one who is not there at the moment. Jinx. You have grown accustomed to going to sleep in one place and waking up not where you have expected to be. This time takes the cake. It is early morning in a city you've never seen before. Make a perception check for me, please. Not a high DC. Because I may have left some things out when I was talking about how we're starting this game. Intentionally, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You are muted, my dear.
17.
17. You are standing in a street that seems, as you look around, you can see where it kind of tapers out. You're in a higher part of a very elevated city, where if you were to take a few steps in a particular direction, you actually would find that you're kind of, you could look down and you can see layers and layers of bridges in this city. You are very high up. And as you look around, there are folks of all sorts walking around, including you see a giant metal automaton walking around amongst the people. That's something you never would have seen before. And as your eyes continue upwards, you realize that there are strips of light and color in the sky like rings around. Make a history check for me to see if you have any idea where you are.
Welcome to the Shadow Realm, Belch.
15? You are not in Faerun anymore. You don't know where you are, but this is so far out of your realm of expertise. All you know is that you are currently standing outside of a grand entrance, a door to some sort of mansion. You're muted again.
Yes, both of you are.
Yep.
Oh boy. Uh, what is going on? I'm just gonna. So Jinx is gonna sort of like look around one more time and then just sort of like collapse, like kind of like knees up, arms on knees. It's like, oh, how does this keep happening? And on the steps of the doorway.
It's you sit down and bury your head in your knees. Make a wisdom save for me real quick.
Natural 20 plus 2.
Nice. You sense a presence nearby you. Sometimes this presence tends to be of a more demanding and taking over nature. Sometimes has occurred to you lately, but in this case, you just feel like there's somebody else sitting in front of you, kneeling, arms crossed, doing the same thing.
I will look up.
It's your old friend.
You're not real, are you?
Technically.
I know, but I'm gonna sort of just like reach.
It goes right through. It
yeah.
goes right through her form. Still
This isn't the
technically?
first time.
No.
Where are we? What's going on? How did we get here?
I believe you are needed. That's all I got. So one of the other guys brought you here.
Okay, that's a loaded question or statement. And
How you
I
doing?
don't think I've had food because my stomach feels empty. And is this where we're supposed to be? And I gesture to the door.
Yeah. So I'd give it a knock.
Okay. Well, we're not done talking about this.
Oh, I know. Just know I'm here to help. You know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, wish you were here to help. But I'll take what I can get for now. Okay. And Jinx will get up. Or, you can call him Jinx. And they will knock on the door.
Gash. You have been squatting at this house a number of weeks, and you hear a loud. You're muted, my dear.
Not a single damn person has knocked on that damn door.
Until now. And all of a sudden there is knocking at the door.
So I don't know if anybody needs to do a perception check for this, but he was again collecting random things like teacups, golden trays that aren't really gold, that are just gold colored, that he doesn't know any better about. And he's been collecting all these things, and he's just walking around the house holding these things and putting them in a little pile in his arms. So he hears the door knock. He drops everything. Someone's here! Someone called the cops! The cops are here! The cops are coming! Everybody get your shit and get it!
Thanks, make a perception check.
I'm sorry, who's making a what now?
Jinx needs to make a perception check outside the door.
18.
18. You heard a loud clatter as a bunch of things fell and broke onto the ground shortly after you knocked.
Oh boy. I turn to look for my friends.
She's leaning against. You see, it looks like she's leaning against the door.
Is this normal?
I don't know. I just know we're supposed to be here.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, okay.
So Gesh is not very smart and does not realize that the window is right next to the door. Mm-hmm. So all of a sudden, you see the window fling open. You see a bunch of bags get tossed out of the window, and you see the 6'7" giant dragon-looking motherfucker, not so gracefully, climbing out the window.
By the way, this definitely the shouting, we need to get out, someone called the cops, has definitely woke Renji and
Ling. Ling's first reaction is, what in Baldur's ass? As they're woken up.
Like, if we're looking at this like a scene in a TV show, there's definitely Ling waking up from one position and then Renji from another. In some you could definitely tell there's weird cuddle puddle formation that's probably happened.
And considering earlier,
yeah, no, what the hell? Why is Gash running out?
You don't have to. No. I'm sorry. I might be at the wrong location.
Is that?
Hold on.
Look at Renji.
Renji has the same look of. See that there is a individual standing by the door, just staring at you, bewildered. Just one person, by the way.
And he's out the door, putting his hat on his head, and he's about to run. he sees you and he's just like, oh.
I'm not a police person.
As that's happening, Ling and Renji are getting up and coming towards the door.
There's definitely like
I also
like a minute or
wouldn't know
two
where
of-
to go to grab them, so you can. Do you need help bringing this back inside?
Reggie pokes his head out the window.
Roger, your friends are here.
Jinx?
Where? How did you?
How, what?
I thought you were at the keep.
I don't.
It
Let's just
hug.
Thank goodness.
It's so
I
good
know
to
you.
see
Open
you.
the door.
I know you people. Sorry.
Okay, so Ling
Um,
just straight up opened the door. Renji's
Yeah,
hanging out
open
the
the
window.
door and then.
Okay.
Yeah.
And guess, are you still outside with your bags of loot?
Yeah, I'm like outside, just like. So this is my Tuesday. Okay.
Reggie's still like cocking his head out the window. How? Why? What? So many questions.
hi, Renji. Ling, you're a little too tight.
Sorry. I've lost a few people lately, and this is amazing.
Okay.
It's so good to see you.
I'm glad to see you too. I don't know how I got here, and I am happy to not be on the street right now. If
Yes,
I'm welcome
please.
inside.
Please come in. Come in.
If we're robbing this place, though, I don't mind helping.
Well,
I mean,
we're not.
who knows about that one? But
Ash hears you say that, and it's just like, I'm sorry. He's okay to do it, but apparently when I do it, there's a kerfluffle.
I just really need to eat something. If that's
Yeah, no, no, come in.
okay.
of
Okay,
course.
And I'll go
Yeah.
grab some of the stuff that you dropped, and help you put it in your bag. And be like, you can call me Jinx. I'm so sorry to startle you.
And he just kind of looks at your hand and like takes it like you're trash, and is just like, gosh. Welcome to my third cousin's wife, step niece's great aunt, twice removed, Humble's abode.
Oh, it's very lovely from the outside. By the
Gosh,
way,
I swear
Jinx
that
is
relation
an
gets longer
Asmar,
every
like,
time you say it.
yeah. Just add a few relatives each time. So Jinx has like sort of like whitish hair that sort of like goes like white to like blue to black. And then it's very pale features. And he's skinny but like very much like emo for the sake of aesthetic. And then yeah, he'll help you bring stuff in through the door, not through the window.
Through the door. Through the window.
It's been so long, Jinx. Is my mind image correct that you're a feline character?
The wrong campaign. This
Okay,
is
yeah.
the
okay.
character.
I had Jinx in another campaign, which was a cat person.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, wires crossed.
No, all good. I remember him. I loved him. I missed him.
We can bring them back, maybe.
You're crossing.
I'll have a lot more
streams
free time.
there.
Hold on. You guys continue. I shall be right back. But as you will notice, on the hearth of the fireplace is a picture of a family of dwarves, which are of no
Not
relation
Dragonborn.
to the dragon.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah. The Dragonborn's like, welcome to my home, and you look up and there's a giant portrait of like this very stoic dwarven family.
And everything's like dwarf sized,
Mm-hmm.
like the tables and the chairs and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's like a grandiose hall in terms of like the heights of the ceilings and stuff, but all the furniture is a little short.
All good. Yeah. So, is there like leftover breakfast or lunch, or is there something in the kitchen? He's gonna follow his nose, actually.
Well, you can definitely see that Ling and Renji have literally just woken up.
Mhm.
Good.
It just kind of goes, food. Food's a good idea.
Yeah. I've completely forgotten everything I have in my pack. Hang on. Turns around, starts going through any rations he has left, looking for anything that's like the good shit to give to Jinx.
Yeah, Renji's kind of just kind of going like a lot.
baby.
Oh. What he does, what they do bring out is at least some some rice and some dumplings. It kind of like
Oh
has,
yeah. Immediately like.
so, these ones are vegetarian, just in case, and these ones are meat.
Oh, thank you.
And also takes a couple of dumplings, going. Just what I needed, actually. So
I mean, and if you're really, really hungry, I do have a jug that makes mayonnaise.
It's like you can tell Jinx is looking very like hasn't eaten in a while.
Gives Jinx a water skin. Someone to wash it down. It's a bit dry.
Looks like you haven't eaten in quite some time. Has the keep been taking care of you? Or, I mean, that's where we last saw you.
And that is the last thing I remember, other than flashes of some. There's there's so much that has happened, and yet it's all just. I can't reach
Blocked.
it. Yeah, it's almost similar to like
Lovely.
when I first met you. Remember I talked about being in the forest and
Yeah.
and waking up on the edge of the forest. So it's like that. It's happened again. But this time I woke up outside of the store. So
Wow. I mean, I'm glad the fates have made it so, but do you happen to know where you are right now?
very very high up, and that's
Yes.
literally
This is
all I know.
true. Okay. Are you aware of the other planes of existence? The 16, I believe.
You know what? My father actually has a map that he showed me a few times when I was a kid, when he was encouraging me to adventure, and I think
Well, I'd
I
say
vaguely
this is a
remember.
pretty big adventure. We're in the ethereal realm. Is that right, DM? The ethereal realm?
Yeah, you're on the planet of Eberron, on the continent of Corvair, in the ethereal plane.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're a long ways from home.
Yeah, we're kind of on a mission to find our way back, to be honest, because I
okay.
kind of had an emotional outburst and plopped us here.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, would my DM my friend, do they look different? Do they look more here, or more real, or more a different color, or more
Seems the
solid?
same
More
as any other time that you've seen them.
okay.
This is a darker skinned, gnomish individual with large, like, space spun,
Mm-hmm.
like, pulled back afros. Very, like, think like jester style, like, traveling dress.
Okay.
Like, I'm meant to adventure, but I'm going to look pretty when I do it.
Yeah.
kind of individual.
Okay.
And they look exactly as the last time you saw them, when you all decided you were going to explore the forest, the Cloakwood.
Okay. Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wow. This is exciting. Considering that
That's a word for it.
I feel
Yeah.
I feel like at least like my feet are on solid ground, despite the fact that
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty solid place. You go splat if you fall.
Just mind the railings, please. Please.
Yeah, and you might want to keep slow fall on hand if I'm remembering if you had that ability. But yeah, yeah.
I the feather
Sorry,
thing. Oh,
featherfall.
I don't.
Slow falls monk.
I
I-
don't think I have that. So I'll mind the mailings.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess we can wake Kindle and Mimi up. They're in the other room if you want to say hello and get an early start
Oh,
to our day. And
yes, that would be so lovely.
As you turn around to point this out, Lang, you do see I standing in the doorway, having been woken up by the kerfuffle, and just kind of keeping a distance.
Morning, I.
morning, this is our friend Jinx. Jinx, this is I Jinx.
Jinx,
Aye.
before you see a particularly tall, kind of androgynous individual with a deep blue hair that's kind of pixie cut and pulled off to the one side.
Mhm.
One one blue and one I think it's green eye. Just kind of standing quietly and just kind of waves to you.
Hey, I'm like still like not. I'm not wolfing it down anymore, but I'm still like finishing up my food and like, just like, hey, how are you?
So, we'll have to find, well, soonish, we're off to find a hermit in the woods, because apparently they may have means to get us back home.
Yeah.
Um,
Apparently, there's something about a dragon that also haunts that mountain. So,
We don't know about the
you
dragon.
actually don't know that. You
I
do
know
not.
that.
oh,
That is above table
I'm
conversation.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
I honestly barely remember anything of last session, so like the bits and pieces I do have, just grab and reach for.
So Gesh knows there is a creature. Gesh has not said anything.
Mhm.
We don't know 100% if it's a dragon, but it matches image.
So, yeah, a fair amount has happened since then. And a fair amount is happening now as well.
Yeah, quite quite a few days worth of story, probably.
Yeah, I think it's best to catch you up fully. I mean, I'm happy to give you cliff notes, but it's best to catch up fully, probably when we're home.
Okay. That's totally fine. And if you could just try to keep your eye on me. I
Sure.
don't want to disappear again. Not that I think that anyone can stop it, but
I mean,
and you guys do see that Jinx is still kind of like shifty a little bit. Like his eyes will like dart over occasionally and like look at like empty space. Um, but it's
If
there's a reason for it.
um if you'd like, I can tap a little spell onto you, and that'll help me keep track of you if you wish.
Sure, yeah, that would be
Um,
awesome.
I'm going to use Hunter's Mark and cast it on Jinx.
Okay.
So for an hour, I can track you very well.
Oh, this I recognize you using this before, right?
No, this is
Okay.
this is something completely new.
Okay.
This is actually a different kind of magic than you've ever seen Ling use. This is more akin to what Mimi has used in front of you.
Oh, so I've seen the I've seen this before then.
Yeah, you've seen bardic magic before.
Just
Oh,
not from Ling.
yeah, this doesn't last an hour?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I'm not leaving for the next hour. So maybe when we depart.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck, can't I cancel the spell without using the slot? If not, I'm just gonna keep it. Yeah, it's affected. You've
Okay.
been affected.
Well, here. Just to make you feel better, and I'll like get up and I'll like start running around the house.
Ooh, that's a cool afterglow. I've never seen that before. I've
Your
never
friend
used the
is
spell
like,
on
"Well,
anybody
this
before.
is interesting."
Well, I'm no longer fully cursed though, so that's a good thing. Had a run in with something nasty before, but no longer fully cursed at the moment. So
Jinx. I don't know if you heard what Renji's trying to tell you.
Oh no, sorry.
That was
I'm
I'm trying to put my character sheet together face.
I was reading the Gift of Gab spell. I was like, what the fuck? Sorry, what just repeat.
Renji just says, I'm also not fully cursed anymore, kind of.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, not fully. Like
Yes and no.
But at the same time,
partially is better than fully, anyway.
I mean, true, but still,
Both are bad when
like,
it comes to the bitch.
You see, Jinx is now on the balcony, like looking down.
No.
Gesh, you're watching as this newcomer. Gesh, you are watching as this newcomer keeps randomly like sprinting from room to room in the house that you've taken over.
And then like I will jump off the balcony and be like, oh, I actually do think and then like you see like I cast
This is immediately running after.
Wait, did you jump also?
I was going to, not knowing what the fuck you were doing.
Oh yeah. So Jinx jumps off. Do you follow?
Ling's running towards the window.
Oh no, I'm in the balcony, like overlooking like the dining area. I'm assuming.
Okay, yeah, whichever it is. Like, wait, are you jumping in the house or out of the house?
Them just run
in the house.
wild in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were
and
jumping
you see
off the balcony. Like, yeah.
I'm not that. I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. So you see that Jinx jumps and then like oh yeah, and then like starts to like slowly descend.
You do have it. Good.
I do have that spell. And then I turn and I look and I see like just a pair of eyes looking at me. As Bridget's character. Just like, what the fuck?
What is Gesh's reaction to the newcomer literally running circles around your house?
I feel like a step parent who wants to have the marriage contract redacted.
Sorry, me.
He's literally just like whatever drink he has in his hand, it's like by his temple, and the other one's just rubbing, and it's just like, but I'm the problem. But I'm the one who's causing a scene. But I'm the one who did this and did that, and I'm the problem. And my wizard's not good enough. And there's a man jumping around my house, and this isn't really your house. It's a dwarf's house. Well, fuck you then.
Love a taste of your own medicine, eh, there, Cash? By the way, I just want to say all the shit Ling is giving you is simply roleplay. I love you and your character.
I know. Don't hate me though. So Kelly's holding a drink of some kind. What is in the drink?
You tell me. Did you just grab something at random?
Yeah, he just grabbed something at random. He doesn't know was Ling next to him, was Ling near him, across the room.
I'd be with Jinx, probably, or closer to Jinx, but, overheard your mumbling and just gave you a quick quip.
If you are near him, he's tossing his drink at you.
Do it.
If
Do
you
it.
are not near him, he's just gonna keep mumbling.
I'd say like 15 feet.
You can't throw a drink that far. Yeah, he's just gonna be like, if you were closer to me, you'd be all wet right now because I'd be tossing my drink at you, motherfucker. So, who the fuck is this?
This is our friend Cheeks. Well,
Yeah, you
old
mentioned
friend
that.
Cheeks.
But he showed up on my staircase, and you're telling me that you're not from here, so how the fuck did he get here?
I don't know. Neither does he.
Jinx, make another wisdom save for me, please.
Well, apparently, we're both a bit of puppers.
17.
17.
Come here,
Okay.
cat.
You start to feel like another personality encroaching in, but you're able to keep it back.
Oh god. It's so heavy. Why is it so heavy? Okay.
Because it's Bob. And Bob Bob is a big boy.
Yeah.
I love him. Such a potato.
He is so cute.
Potato. Oh, I'm sorry.
Aren't you supposed to throw potatoes out once they grow fuzzy?
No, it's only when they have like sprouts. If
No.
another castle's growing out of
Where's
them.
the fucking soil?
No, you plant them when they're sprouty. When they're fuzzy.
My potatoes are different than your potatoes, okay?
Your potato purrs.
My potato purrs.
You also noticed, by the way, Jinx, that as you felt that other presence appear, your friend disappeared from view.
Okay, so they're no longer there at all, or they just disappeared for a moment?
You don't see them.
Okay. Yeah. Again, thank you for the hospitality. Sorry to just randomly show up here. I wish I could explain it, but like I said, I'm happy to help if you guys need anything.
Happy to see a friendly face.
Yeah, no, it's slight positive than what we've been having recently. It's
Good.
it's been
I'm
a
just
time.
glad that you said you lost people, but I don't want to bring up anything if it's going to upset you. We can always talk about it later.
So, well, it kind of links into how we got here. But the person I grew up with for the first 17 years of my memories, well, we kind of found each other after we lost us, after we left you at the keep. And he was very, 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 very upset at me, specifically.
Oh.
I tried to make amends, tried to keep him safe, and it just made it worse. And apparently, when I feel like I have betrayed people, I can poof between planes. Because I was reeling from that, and then our friend I here, I accidentally led some people who were looking for them to them, and the moment that hit, we ended up here, falling from the sky.
Oh. So wait, you're able to pull multiple people?
Yeah, I think I pulled about 10 people all
Okay,
around us.
that's pretty awesome. I
Um,
mean, I'm sorry that.
not when you end up falling, 100 something feet from the sky onto the ground.
Well, if you bring me next time,
Yeah,
we'll be okay.
yeah,
But
yeah, maybe.
but yeah, it's just good to be back with you people.
Yeah.
Because I'm always scared that kitty. I'm always scared that you know, just gonna get sucked back into that abyss of not remembering.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what are we doing today? What's the plan?
I believe we were going to find some transport over to the mountain. We got a map, didn't we? We ended up with a map, I think.
Yes, you purchased a map from Kira's friend.
Yep.
That I
Right.
took a thing from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stole a
Yeah,
prosthetic eye on a necklace for no reason.
Huh?
watch your pockets around them, Jinx. just watch your pockets.
I don't think I have anything worth taking, but okay, yeah, thanks. I mean, I can honestly not tell you what's in my pockets right now. Like,
As you say that, your mind does drift back to the book that forever sits on your inner coat pocket.
yeah.
And then, ironically, because even though he doesn't know about this book, Gesh looks over, leans in towards you, whispers, "Mind your books are on that one."
Did you lean into me or to?
No, I leaned into
Okay,
Jinx.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it now. You were talking about laying.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he was talking behind your back. It's okay.
This rivalry
Love
that
it.
you two have created is like dangerous,
Love
and I
it.
love it.
Dangerous is
Yes,
just dumb.
Yesh kind of insulted books, and Ling, as a librarian, took great offense. And there's been a little bit of this ever since.
Yeah,
Hmm.
a little bit. And then I guess I brought them to a homeless person that I thought was a wizard. But to be fair, I dream big for people with small dreams, okay? So I wasn't judgy. I just thought because he had special powers that he was a wizard. Okay?
Ling wasn't upset that you brought them to a homeless person who you thought was a wizard. Ling was upset because you took the head the person had, the Warforged head, and tried to steal from the homeless person.
To be fair, Gesh is also homeless.
I know.
But you don't steal from other homes.
All's fair in life and homelessness.
Okay.
So,
I will be out.
sorry, yeah. Transportation. Let's, how the fuck are we gonna get there?
We could just not.
We would like to go home, thank you very much. And
But
plus,
there are things out there.
what do you mean things?
And
What?
Gesh just kind of walks out the room.
No, we're not putting a pin in that.
What?
Gesh?
He just pokes his head back in. You rang?
What things are there?
What things?
You mentioned things in the mountains.
You have things?
No, you mentioned things.
I mentioned things. What
Mhm.
things?
That's our question.
Talking to Gesh just slowly gives people aneurysm.
So you have things that I was talking about, but you don't actually have those things. I have those things, but I don't have those things. I was talking about things before I said left through and was talking about. That doesn't sound like me at all.
There's the vein again. Gosh.
Yeah.
What do you know about the mountains that we're going to?
Well, if you want to speak geologically, I would say that there are tectonic plates that are beneath it that are causing the mountain shapes to form. Originally, there probably were volcanoes at one point, and now they've become dormant. Hence, one plate goes under the other, and then you get the push up, and then it just comes to a point, and then at one point it possibly was below sea level, but that's another story. I don't really have time to get into the whereabouts of that.
Oh,
Not-
were there striations in the mountain? Were you able to see them?
Can't tell the difference between a homeless man and a great wizard, but we'll give you geography lessons at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Although,
not what I
would like
meant. I meant, what do you know about the mountains that we're going to specifically? Any hazards that we should know about? Apart from the obvious risk of falling and dying, and avalanches, maybe creatures or inhabitants, maybe.
Well, I mean, we don't know if the wizard up there is the homeless one down here, but by all means, travel. I mean, to be fair, you don't know how he dresses, so he might dress very normally, which would also make you think that perhaps he's not a wizard. But to be fair, if he dressed awkwardly, then we would just assume that he's a homeless man in the city once more, shall we? But then you also think about, oh, why is he up there? What made him go up there? Perhaps he really hated people. Perhaps people that just dropped out of the sky, landed on his mansion door, all of a sudden just made him want to hate people for forever. But that's neither here nor there. And then, speaking of avalanches, what causes avalanches? I don't know. Maybe it's the death-curdling scream of the people that get drawn into the caves of the creature of the unknown. But that's neither here nor there. But you want to risk your life, and I'm supposed to be risking my life. I barely know. My name is Roger, but I don't know what it actually is.
When, during this whole thing, Reggie just turns to Ling, and you see the look of a man who's screaming on the inside, "Just kill me. Just end my suffering. Please."
9 minutes, 18 seconds. 9 minutes, 18 seconds.
Yes.
Just looks to
Love that
Ling.
DBZ reference. You get a telepathic message. Are you okay?
All you hear is,
Can we
"Kill
kill her?"
me, god damn it!"
Message again. How about we kill her instead? Or him, sorry, him.
No.
I
And
can
Sorry.
hold person while you chop him down.
No.
While you guys are having that conversation, Gesh is continually ranting, and it's all just coming out. And he's just like, yeah, no problem about the avalanche. Why is the avalanche starting? Oh, it's probably because of the blood-curdling screams that happened in the mountain, but no.
Command, stop. Or silence. Command, silence.
Jesus Christ.
Wisdom save,
Make a
I think.
wisdom save.
And he was just talking about the important part of what you guys were asking, too.
Of course. That's the best time to command you to stop.
Best time to commit that. You did a wisdom save.
Yes, DC 16.
Yay.
This is either
I
going to
have
go
to get to it.
poorly or go amazingly.
Either way, it'll go amazingly. For me.
Here it is. Here it is.
A two.
What did you say?
A two.
Oh, you are suddenly you're trying to continue, but there's no actual voice coming out. So it's just you sitting there going, yeah.
That's exactly what's happening too. He's like, he doesn't even understand that he's not speaking. Like, it's no words are coming out. He's just like, oh, yeah, no one's ever wondering about the blood curdling screams, and now the fact that
Sadly, that only lasts 6 seconds.
and you also have the problem.
God.
Fucking perfection.
Renji walks up to Gesh. Stoic face, clear, visible migraine vein. It just goes.
I'm...
Quick aside, that was a paladin spell. Do I have to roll Arcana? It was first level.
Oh, that was a paladin spell?
I just realized.
You need to roll Arcana then, yeah.
18 plus 4, 22.
Yeah, it worked.
Okay. Carry on.
Really didn't last the full 6 hours, so it only lasts like 3. But still.
Okay, okay.
Kind of... Gesh, I need you to tell me. Once I've asked my question, I'm going to let go, and I just need a simple answer from you, please. I am asking very politely.
As you have. It's muzzled.
I apologize for muzzling you right now, but I just need a simple answer right now. Do you know what dangers, either threats, inhabitants, creatures, lie ahead when we head towards the mountain?
And his tongue like goes around his whole mouth. No.
I would like to roll an insight check.
I guess you
Yes,
can roll
please.
either a persuasion or deception, whichever one is more accurate in this moment. And you don't have to tell us which one.
Meanwhile, Ling's talking or turned back over to Jinx and explaining why his paladin powers aren't working.
I also got 22. Me and beat motherfucker.
22 bitches.
Yeah, my insight was also 22. I rolled an 18 on the die.
But to be fair, he's not lying though.
As far as Gesh is concerned, Gesh doesn't know of any dangers.
Gesh doesn't know what the creature is. So the technicality there is that you asked what creature is there. He doesn't know. So in all fairness,
I would
I
also
didn't
kind
lie.
of like to argue that did ask about threats, dangers, whether it be creatures or inhabitants. Do you
He doesn't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what hazardous creatures might be there. He just knows there's something that flies.
There's something that flies and has a lot of gold.
You do have a sense that, as I'll give you this, you have a sense that Gesh is, the concept of going is intriguing, but maybe not for the same reasons it is for you guys.
Mm-hmm. He's got ulterior motives.
Yeah.
Did you say the flies and has a bunch of gold out loud?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say that's a, then
Lee was about to turn around and show you his dragon's tattoo. Like, does it look like that?
just kind of goes. Okay. That's all I wanted to know.
I would bring a sword though, and he just walks out of the room.
Wait, why?
Gone.
Why?
Wish of the tail, nonchalant, walks out of the room.
Pulls out the serpent fang sword. Can we? Please. He's begging Renji in his eyes.
Like, not even looking, just like pushes the sword down. No. Too many witnesses.
Not in public.
I look to look like Gesh. It doesn't matter if it's suicide.
Very dark for you, Ling.
Things going through some shit.
Just kind of like, just like grabs your hands that are holding the sword and just kind of like forces you to sheath it. Like, no. Put it back.
Look, go back to my humanish form. Actually, no. Yeah, yeah, humanish form.
Just me. I know what you're feeling.
I know, which is why I asked permission.
Love you guys.
Love you too. No, look.
Me too.
Again, player to player, loving this whole thing.
I love this drama. This is amazing.
But, Reggie will kind of look to Ling. At the same time, though, do you really want to have the murder of someone for a petulant reason on your conscience?
Yeah, wait till he fucks
No.
bitter.
And honestly, that might even fuck up my paladin shit even more now that I think about it. I took an oath of vengeance, not petty murder.
I'm free.
Maybe me thinking like this is why I can't do my spells very well. I mean, Gesh didn't even shut up for the full 6 seconds.
To be fair, he didn't shut up for anything.
Oh, yeah, no.
Reggie was just about to say, in all fairness, do you expect Gesh to shut up about anything?
No, but I didn't expect them to override the command spell.
I don't think they overrid it. They just took it and then rode the 6 seconds and then carried on.
Well, it didn't even last 6 seconds, though. It only lasted 3. That's the thing. My powers are weak.
Could it maybe due to the fact that we're on a different plane?
I mean, that's very, very plausible. I'm just maybe thinking a little too much into it because.
But at the same time, maybe
I didn't used to have those thoughts. Too much, I didn't think. Maybe I did. I don't know. This place is confusing.
This place is confusing us all. Trust me.
You know what? You don't help either.
What?
That fucking kiss. What? What? How?
Things have happened.
What is going on?
Are you complaining?
I don't know. I'm just so confused.
Jinx, roll me another wisdom save, please.
Oh no.
$14.
14. Okay. Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
What do you mean, okay? What do you mean?
DM.exe is processing.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
With a 14. The idea of going into the mountains and meeting a hermit collector with arcane knowledge that they're talking about seems fascinating, and you just gotta check it out. The sooner the better. And you really almost, you swear you hear a voice in the back of your mind, an older gentleman voice, just go, fascinating.
Sorry,
I'm
was
down.
that a Spock reference?
Was that what?
Was that a Spock reference that you just did?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. Was it?
And it's just my imagination.
Okay, so no comments.
But you definitely feel like you should urge this idea forward. You get the sense that we really should probably could try and convince them to do this.
Oh, yeah, Jinx did say out loud.
You're very intrigued.
Yeah, they that sounds fun. We should. I'm down to go to the mountains.
It's probably our only way home at this rate.
Yeah.
Even better.
Unless, I don't know, maybe I'll just stab Renji and we'll all end up back home. Who fucking knows?
And Jinx will step kind of between the two of you. Let's not. We don't have to do that just yet.
I'd rather you didn't stab me. I
I
mean,
know.
I mean,
I have to betray someone.
you see,
And I have to
why,
feel it.
and you see, that's why killing Gesh wouldn't work. Betrayal
I know.
means emotional connection, which
That was simply satisfaction.
maybe. You know what? Renji hands you the rest of the chain from his dart, the one that doesn't have the dot on. Whenever you get stressed, wrap the chain around your hand a little bit and just pull.
Oh.
Trust me,
Okay.
it's a good stress reliever. Try it.
I'd like to make a strength check to break the chain.
Sure.
Ling is stressed. Is this
Is
an
your goal
acrobat
to
or
break the
straight
chain?
strength?
Hmm?
Yes. You said pull on it. He's pulling.
To exert energy and don't break my fucking chain, bruh.
Well, strength is a 9. If it's athletics, it's 13.
No, it would be considered strength. And that does not beat the DC, but it gets real fucking close. I think Chain has a DC of 10.
No, it's an AC of 10 to break, to hit.
Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah.
So
It basically, yeah, it would pretty much be about the same, yeah.
See
You can
Ling's
feel it
muscles
creaking
flex a bit.
beneath- Yeah, you can feel it creaking beneath your hands, and Renji, you're starting to get nervous watching it creak and and flex.
Not so helpful, but I don't want to break it.
okay. Never mind then.
Thank you.
You know what? Just punch me center mass. Come on.
That's not gonna make me feel better.
Just do it.
Only if we spar.
Just punch me center mass.
It's all right. I got him.
I would say you have advantage as well because Renji is just like.
Sorry, I'm making very difficult player decisions. All right. as you're letting yourself open, Ling kind of walks closer into melee range, and then a little closer, and like right up, maybe 4 or 5 inches away from you. And, cocks back their arm like they're going to punch you. Grabs your head and gives you a big, fat fucking kiss.
Immediately, it's just instant like,
I can't hurt you right now. But thank you. Tap, tap, tap. Walk away.
touche. Like you could, I will say, you could definitely tell there's nothing, there's no like displeasing.
Shock.
It's just pure shock and a little bit of blushing. It's just.
Yep. Ling turns away while you're still blushing and shocked and walks away. Out of the room.
That's fine transport, guys.
The as this is happening, Jinx, and this is throwing you. This is your like things have changed. You hear that voice again, that older gentleman voice. But it's no longer coming from inside your mind. It's sitting next to you at the table. As you look over and you see a much older looking gnome wizard with cropped braided blonde hair. And it's like missing part of the right ear. It's just like, this is a very strange group that doesn't seem very interested in getting down to business.
Do I recognize them?
I'll inspire Grog.
You've heard the voice before, but you haven't seen the face of this individual. However, from the tone, it seems kind of familiar. You've definitely heard the voice before, and you felt some of this individual's emotions in the past.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Any chance you can convince them to get on our way? I'd rather like to see what this hermit has come up with. Always fascinated to see another creator and collector of sorts. None of you see.
You see Jinx go like this. I think I'd like to I think we should go. If that's alright with you guys. Should we wake up the other two or?
Ling's already on their way to do that. See the group chat.
Yeah, yeah, let's go. Where the fuck is my phone? Oh, there it is.
Okay. And just for Jinx's well-being, he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna just sort of like reach over the chair, like if the person was sitting there, like it would like go through their chest / neck, or just sort of like like get up and
It goes right through.
Mhm.
That was quite rude, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you all begin to wake up your friends.
Mhm.
Notice that Kira's actually not there amongst the other two.
Yeah. I'll
Mm.
probably ask if they after we kind of gather in the living room if they've seen Kira. Okay. Must have slipped off in the night. Thanks. Do you,
Gesh is
how are
very.
you?
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. It was just a conversation with an NPC. Go ahead.
Gesh is very like slow to the know-how of the quiet, brooding, tall one missing, and so he's like looking around, and then he's just like in between two people, and he realizes that she's gone, and he's just like, "Wait a minute, where is the mean beastie one?"
Have you looked in a mirror?
Shit.
Here, let me help you. And I turn into Gesh and stand in front of him.
Well, who are you, handsome devil?
Oh, two of
You
you.
live nice. You live-
And you see Ling just kind of quiver and just like turn all goopy and back into just a changeling.
and then
Just a random one you've seen walking on the streets. Just, oh God, no. Oh, that was. Nope, nope, nope.
Guest uses this to his full advantage, and it's just like he kind of leans down to you and he goes, "You're a little bit prettier on the eyes, though," and he like turns away and like smacks your ass on the way.
Amazing.
There ain't no way of getting out of that comfort zone.
Surprisingly fluffy.
Surprisingly fluffy.
Yeah. Never again. Ling says to Renji. Never, never again.
Reggie just looks to Link. Please no. Please no.
Oh, I love how uncomfortable you make Ling. This is amazing.
Trying, he's just being himself.
I know. So is Ling.
They're gonna be besties by the end of this. You know this, right?
I'm so
You
excited
know what?
for
I
it.
see it. Yeah.
Really am.
Just so you know, is going to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's the plan.
Right. Nothing you can do about it. Fight it all you want. I know your true feelings. I need you. You need a bestie, and I will be it.
Well, you kind of have competition. Ling already has a bestie.
But just saying, I'm the bestie in this universe, in this realm. I'm the bestie.
Bestie is Mimi.
I'm just saying, she may have really nice boobs and pretty hair and a great attitude and a wonderful personality, but Gesh is a dick.
Yeah, and I can grow those at will.
Yeah, but and you've already seen his, so you know what you're. Dick joke.
That's a bad dragon.
This is bad, dragon.
Sing, sing. That was
I'm
good.
sorry, I love how Brian was just like, he did not. It was there. I had to.
Oh, low hanging fruit.
And that's just Gash. On that note,
On that note,
On that note,
Renji has his bag packed and is waiting outside.
Still a little flustered there.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yesh, what are you doing as you're preparing to leave? Because I'm just curious.
I'm going through stuff.
Mhm.
I'm taking inventory one last time before we leave. I need to make sure that all the stuff I had brought in here before I came to here is still with me. So again, I'm counting all my thingamabob.
You go through and count all of your things. They're all accounted for. Your eye still catches on that amulet that you found ever so briefly.
Don't wake it. Don't wake it.
It has a. Ever since you had that moment where you swore you saw something in it, it's almost like a heavier present. You're more aware of its existence. So as you're counting everything out, it's always the first thing you notice.
I'm not going to worry about it. Now, that's tomorrow's me problem. Should be current me's problem.
And
It
you have
is.
someone who could help you.
Are you
I
saying
know.
this out loud?
No.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, like, he now is paranoid about the little green monster man. Like, all the time now. So he does feel like he's being watched in his own home.
Mhm.
And so he's like sitting here and he's like counting everything, but he just like keeps like, and he's realizing like he's holding on to it when he thought he like put it down. And so he just keeps looking at it and he's just like, maybe it's like scuffed. Did I scuff it? And he just like touches it.
You go to touch it and rub it, and you hear, "Hello?"
No, just happened.
Are you still touching it? Or did you
No,
throw
it's on
it?
the ground. He's it's on the ground. He's like it's not touching him, but he's just like a lady who sees a mouse in the middle of the road in the 1930s, like your skirts up and everything. And he's just
Yash,
like,
what the hell's got you spooked?
nothing, no matter. Huh? What? You're spooked. I'm not spooked. What? Let's get out. Let's go. We got things to do.
Do I even need to make an insight check?
It's not a very high DC.
19.
19. Gesh is spooked. Gesh is spooked, and it's now that you've pointed out, just like gathering random items into a little pile.
Okay.
And I is still shortly behind you and is watching this.
Yash.
Mind your business. And he like runs away.
You are so glad I do not have access to second level bard spells.
I is just like holding up the bag and watches Gesh run away and just like has their bag in their hand, was like going to be like,
Very rude, yeah. You want some?
"You're muted, darling."
You know what? I'll take that. It's fine.
Goes over to where, Gesh, did you leave your pile on the table or on the bed as you scampered out?
So like he like hurriedly put everything in the bag and then like ran away.
Mm-hmm. So your bag is basically at this point, because it's so full, like a sheet that is like,
Yeah.
uh-huh,
He's like
uh-huh.
he's the homeless kid with the stick and the sheet. I get it.
So as like goblets and like random things are falling out, he's just like picking them up and putting them in the bag, and you guys watch as you kind of like, and like the bag doesn't change shape at all. It's just like following behind and picking things up and putting them in the bag.
Piece of candy. Piece of candy.
I believe it's called a bindle.
Very clever, I.
Huh?
I just complimented I on putting stuff into a dimensional space.
It's like looking to you and then looking to Gesh like, do I
Yeah.
it's like,
It's it's a good idea to offer. He'll probably say no because he's a stuck-up dick. Would you like me to relay the question? I'll be right back. And I attempt to go find Gesh.
Gesh,
Yeah.
when you grabbed your stuff and ran out of the room,
Uh-huh.
what happened to the amulet?
It's in the bag.
Oh, you managed, you like scooped it with your sleeve.
Oh yeah, he knows that it's expensive. He ain't gonna just leave it behind, but it scared the shit out of him.
Just checking. I just making sure he didn't leave it on the floor for I to like add into the bag.
No bueno.
Okay.
That's his horrible cross to bear. Who put this of an obnoxious thing on a thing? Like this is how you get stuff caught. This is how things unravel. Like it is like fairly.
What even is that?
Is a nail.
Oh.
But like they put this bedazzled jewel on top of it, and it like sticks out.
Oh.
That's how you get caught on stuff.
Caught on stuff.
That's just asking for trouble.
And I'm clumsy.
Ling's gonna chase after you if he can, or are you being sneaky?
So for stealing stuff, he is not very sneaky about it, which is funny once you think about it.
Uh-huh.
And so he's just like walking around the house, but he's like now mumbling to himself. And it's not really weird that he's mumbling to himself because y'all have annoyed him to the point of mumbling, but it's just like usually he's mumbling about like you guys, but now he's mumbling about like, what was that voice? What the fuck is that voice? Why the fuck am I hearing voices? Why the fuck am I now hearing voices? It's because of these fucking people in this fucking house. Why all of a sudden are there voices in my head? That was not in my head. That was out loud. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm not like my mother. I swear to God, if I am like my mother.
Like my mother.
Well, I can't attest to that, but
Jinx is just like across the room, like.
Reggie just
But
looks
your
to
little
Jinx
ghost,
like,
or
I know.
your little like unseen gnome elderly gentleman next to you going, "That sounds like quite the unfortunate circumstance to find yourself in." Yes.
Gesh, I has offered her extra dimensional space to store all of your loot, as you seem to be having trouble keeping it all together. I am here only to relay that and no more.
Fine. And so Gesh kind of just like gives you the bag of shit, except he's kind of like going through it and like, well, no, I don't need that. No, that's not really that valuable. And he's just like tossing things behind him and it's going on the floor. Some of them might be hitting Jinx in the face. And so he's just like
goes through your ghost friend on the ground next to you. How rude.
so he's just like not really paying attention, and then he comes across the necklace and he's just like and he just puts it in his pocket and he just like keeps going through everything else, and then he gives you the bag of shit.
All right, I'll have I put this in their bag. I'll slowly turn around and catch the side eye. Odd
Shine.
fucker. and go to I.
I just opens up the bag that looks empty, and you just kind of pour it into the bag of holding.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it's gonna be poured.
Mhm.
Clang, 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 clang. How much shit does he need? God damn.
All of it.
I was gonna say, do you really, really, really want to know the answer to that question?
He's like Stewie in that temper tantrum face. This is mine. This is mine. That is mine. This is mine. That is mine. Sorry, that was really loud. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to be loud.
No, you're fine.
No, it was fine.
Let's.
As you have been gathering items in the house and gathering your packs together, it's been a good while. And as you are coming to the end of the gathering process, you hear a clattering sound of wheels on the ground outside as Kira returns
Oh,
with transportation.
nice. Wait, how'd she
Oh.
get out of the cuddle puddle?
She was
So,
never in it. She was perched out by the window. She never.
Oh.
No, she was very like
I see.
sentry mode
Okay.
at the window.
so
Okay.
we're actually going. You weren't
Yeah.
joking?
No.
We're actually
No,
going
we don't want to stay here. Not in this
Dude.
plane.
to the mountain
Yeah.
with the
Yeah.
homeless man who you all think is a wizard.
Better than the
Sure,
wizard.
yeah.
Better than the actual homeless man who you think is a wizard, but is just a homeless man.
That's how you know it's a real wizard because Gesh thinks it's a homeless man in the woods.
To be
Unlike
fair.
Who?
unlike
You-
the last homeless man we thought was a wizard, this one might help us.
For the record, he can pull a quarter from behind your ear. That makes him a wizard. That is called magic.
Don't believe that's exactly how it works. Oh yeah, only you hear that.
I was gonna say, I didn't hear that, so I can't comment.
No, you
Nope.
can't comment
No,
on that at
but
all.
I was
Only
almost
Jigs
going to
gets
as well, and I was just like,
If you hear
nope.
this old man voice, only Jigs gets to react to it. It's an insult to the craft.
I was going to mage hand a coin behind Gesh's ear.
Do it.
Okay. Ling is gonna cast mage hand and try and get a coin to float behind Gesh and go, yeah, well, I can do that too. And pull the mage hand from behind her head. His head, sorry.
Make
I'm
a
confused between player and character.
So, by all means, that makes you a wizard. Tell me I'm wrong.
It
You
really
can do
doesn't. That has nothing to do with it. That's just charlatan showmanship.
Okay,
I am not a wizard. I am a palabard.
Same thing, different country. Anyway,
Quite different schools of magic, thank you very much.
but schools of magic nonetheless. Boom.
This is the one who insulted books. This is the one who insulted books. This is the one who insulted books.
Ling, they don't know any better.
There is no
They-
getting through to them.
They don't know any better. Just leave it be. Just,
I know, that's what he was telling himself.
let's just get in the fucking car.
Yes, please.
I just said, and Branji is going to attempt to find some way to repair his chain dart.
Okay.
Like,
Did you freeze?
Hmm?
There we go.
Just find some way to repair the chain dart while on the way there.
Are you just looking around or do you say anything actively? Yeah. About repairing.
No, like once they get in, it's one of those things. One of those moments where get in kind of, and about say half an hour after setting off, just kind of goes, okay. You know that moment in a car journey where you have nothing to do, but then you remember that you do have something to do, then you do it.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Okay.
Some lap metalwork. Interesting.
I'm just going to really quick. Ooh. That's pretty good. As you start looking for tools and things to do your best to repair your chain dart, who is working on their own little on the side, notices you start to look around, study what you're working on, and start looking for different tools and reach into the bag of their own and will use their ability right tool for the job, which allows them to create one set of non-magical artisan tools for an hour. So you have
Nice.
you have different types. What kind of tool do you need for this?
Blacksmith?
I would argue either smithing works or jeweler's work.
I would say jeweler just because smithing you usually need like keys.
I would argue jewelers as well.
Is able to create and procure jeweler's kit for you to
Pretty
use.
sure Gesh has. Un memento.
So as I begins creating these tools, because the way I look at artificers is they're the ones who they have to have it listed as magic, but it's not magic. It's craftsmanship, and it drives me crazy that we can only show it in the terms of magic in D&D rules. It's craftsmanship.
Yeah, I know.
Is able to create that. Is in the process of creating that for you, and Gesh just goes, "Here you go."
I thought I had this, but I guess I don't. Because I thought. I don't know. Never mind. I guess I don't. Never mind.
Jinx pulls a hammer out of his bag. I was like, does this help at all?
Not really. Like it's mainly like.
Oh, I'm proficient in it, but I don't have it. Oh wait.
Do you think that's something that Gesh would have stolen?
More than likely.
Then yeah, you can add it to your inventory as something that you have.
So
Man
I guess
steals teacups. Of course he would steal jeweler's kit.
Yeah, you got some weird shit in your inventory. I'm just saying.
Well, I guess so. My question is, this is gonna sound really, really dumb. If I'm proficient in it, it doesn't mean that I have it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm like proficient in like disguise tools, jeweler tools, playing card sets, and poison kits and thieves tools. Which I mean, I have these tools, but I did not have a jeweler's kit tool. Unless you
I
say
would
that
say because of Gesh's propensity for just like acquiring shit, you would have found ways to get all of those items. You definitely have at least 3 different deck of cards and 2 not complete deck of cards.
That's fair.
They're all missing like the ace of spades and then like 3 are missing jacks, like something like that. Which is like, okay.
I'm not gonna question it.
Or you know what I can see Gesh having? Gesh has what would equivocate like a deck of cards, but if you look at the backs, they're not from the same deck at all.
They're all different.
Like stolen from different poker games.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fair.
17 aces and 12 kings and 14 ace.
I see it. That makes sense.
There's like some with blue backs, some with it's red, some of it's like gilded. It's like real scattered. They're different sizes.
Jinx is going to start just sort of like he'll take out like his instrument, which in this case is a dulcimer, and it's just like strumming like a little tune.
Okay.
And, Ling would like to pull out his notebook and kind of set it on his leg. I'm imagining he's sitting to the left of I. Just kind of set it on his leg and a quill, and kind of start up a conversation with I, if they want to. And is going to start with I. How are you feeling about everything that's happened? Are you okay? We haven't quite checked in since things happened.
Sorry, everyone froze on me for a second there.
Oh no.
They haven't what? How are they? I heard. How are you feeling? We haven't quite, and then nothing.
We haven't quite. Oh my god, I forgot the word I used. But connected basically since we came here, and I know it was quite the startle.
Make an insight check.
Okay. Don't fuck me over. Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah, +4.
As they are, and they really are. They don't really look up from what they're working on. It looks like they're putting together bits of metal and scrap that they have acquired since arriving here. And as you're talking about it, there is a moment where you see their shoulders tense up a bit, and the hair gets a little bit of that like dirty, sickly color to it before going back to normal. And they just kind of like, you can tell that they're trying to put some of that behind them as to what occurred,
Yeah.
but seem to be doing okay now.
Okay. Well, now that we kind of have the time, I would like to apologize for what happened. If you want an explanation of what happened, I'm happy to give it. If you don't want one, then I can never bring it up again if you like as well. Just I consider you a good friend, and I didn't mean to cause any harm. But I understand that I did.
What they're working on, and look at you with a soft smile and just kind of like pat you on the leg. Good night. No. Good night. Um you get the sense that this is one of those, they don't, despite the
Yeah.
initial visceral reaction that they had at that moment that set this whole thing off, they don't actually blame you now that they are no longer in a place of fear.
Okay. Thank you at least for not holding it against me. I appreciate that. What you working on there? Want any help?
They kind of get a wry little smile and fit together a couple more pieces, and you start to see what looks to be the form of what could be like a head, some sort of metal creature.
Interesting.
And it's not necessarily gonna, it's not tiny, it's gonna be relatively large.
Big, yeah.
Mhm.
Is this gonna be like the metal people that we see walking around outside? Kinda. That's amazing that you can do that. You are quite talented.
Make another insight check.
Oh boy. That one fucked me over last time. This one. Oh,
Oh,
wait, I have inspiration, I think.
you should.
I have double inspiration. I'm going to use my double inspiration because I rolled a 1. That's not any better, but at least it's not a 1. 10.
10.
Total.
There is they, as they were building it, there was like that moment of like, yeah, of course. And then as you're like, it's amazing that you can do that and all that, there's kind of a bit of a hesitation in there and a little bit of sadness, but they don't address it.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna continue things on. I'm just gonna have kind of idle chit chat on the journey.
All right. This is going to be a long journey. But you all head out of the city of Sharn. Some of you for the first time ever having into the rest of Corvair. And some of you leaving some interesting cast behind within the city, heading off to potentially a hermit's cave up in the mountains for more information on how to possibly get home. We'll pick it up there next time.
Yay! That was so much fun. I'm glad you're back, Brian. Thank
Me
you.
too.
You're able
Yeah.
to keep joining us. I really do. We understand that life gets in the way, but
It
Not
was
for
so
very
good to see
longer.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me back, guys. I appreciate it.
oh my god, we love it.
Other than that, yeah, we'll pick this up next time. Thank you to all who watched, and we'll see you the next time. Although I think because we're coming in close, it might be until after Christmas.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised until it's next year when
Yeah.
we see y'all again.
Might be.
But glad that we got this one session in at least beforehand. Otherwise, I might have gotten a bit stop bollock crazy. Maybe. But, right. We'll cut it off there. Bye bye.